just talking about the Yu-Gi-Oh show. Have you actually played the card game before?
Have I played the Yu-Gi-Oh card game? I have, and lost every time. I played like 3 or 4 times, and I'm terrible. I really.
Like recently or like way?
Not recently, no. Like years ago. I don't have a deck with me, if that's what you're asking. I do get challenged a lot at conventions, and I have to tell people I don't have a deck. Some people will bring decks for me to use, though. They'll be prepared for that eventuality. Somebody who hasn't asked a question yet. Anybody who just arrived have a question? Oh, all the way over there, yes, sir.
Do you think they should finish the dubbing for Yu-Gi-Oh GX for 4Kids?
Do I think they should finish it? Absolutely. I think if they start something, they should absolutely finish it. And I think they should finish the 5Ds dub as well, because they stopped about 20 episodes short at the end, which was ludicrous. But I guess they picked up the license to the new show, and they were like, well, let's try something new, let's try and get more interest in this new product. I mean, personally, it's like starting to make the Lord of the Rings movies and then just stopping before the end because they got the license for like the Silmarillion or something like that. It's stupid. Why do that? Yes.
Do you think their whole filing bankruptcy bit had anything to do with the fact that they didn't finish the dubbing?
The filing for bankruptcy thing the 4Kids did, I don't think that had anything to do with the 5Ds dubbing. I think if they were going to finish the 5Ds dub, they would have. I think, like what I just said was, I think because they got the rights to Zexal, and that's a very odd situation. I don't know all the details, but from what I could tell, they filed for bankruptcy and they were in court over the rights issue with Yu-Gi-Oh! Because obviously, for those of you who don't know, Konami, is it Konami?
Yeah.
Contested it. They basically said, you guys have been doing some shady stuff, we're going to take the rights away from you. But then 4Kids says, okay, but we're still going to make the show. Hope that's okay, bye. And then they started making Zexal, which I don't want to say anything like that could get me in trouble, but in my mind that kind of pushed people to say, well, they're making the show, they should have the rights, because they've already pushed it out the front door, and having started to dub it already, it kind of screws anybody else who wants to start doing their own dub. So it kind of pushed people in a certain way, in my opinion, and it wasn't very cool, but what do I know, you know? But I think that the bankruptcy thing and the 5Ds dub not being finished are 2 separate things at the end of the day. Anybody else? Oh, that's a really cool Link cosplay, by the way. That's really awesome. Somebody... Oh, the gentleman in blue. Have I read the... Yeah, I actually have read the whole manga, and I've seen the series as well. It's a very interesting storyline, and my main issue with it is kind of that, for those of you who don't know, what basically happens is Yami goes back in time to his memories from the ancient Egypt time to when he was pharaoh, and essentially it's treated like as if things that are happening in his mind are what actually happened, but it's not really the case, because he's remembering things, and then they go off in a different direction, because obviously Bakura is manipulating things as the GM, basically. So we don't really know what happened at the end of the day, so it's a very strange situation where it's like time travel I already have enough problems with, but then they added this whole thing where it's in his imagination, and it didn't really happen, so it's not only is it time travel, it's also it was all a dream, which are the 2 story concepts I have a huge problem with, you know? Anybody else have any questions? Yes, another link over there. People told me that. People said the official Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan page mentioned Mega Ultra Chicken. Is that like an official page? Like who runs that page? Yeah, Mega Ultra Chicken not included, and I was like, really? I saw a screenshot, and I didn't know like how official that page was, but if it's official, then that's crazy. Because I actually, back in the day, like a year or so ago, Toonseye, who was streaming 5Ds episodes when the dub was still being produced, they held a contest to see what the official like slogan would be to promote 5Ds, and basically everybody was spamming it with card games on motorcycles. And so they put up a poll to say, which one would you like most? And the 3 options were card games on motorcycles, card games on motorcycles, and card games on motorcycles. Guess which one won? And they did actually end up using it, which was crazy. Very cool, though. Let's see. See, I don't want to go straight to the video since lots of people are still showing up. If people have questions, feel free to ask. Yes, gentleman over there.
Would you be willing to duel today?
Would I be willing to duel? Unfortunately, I have very limited time, and I obviously I'm running a booth in the dealers hall area, the dealers area, and I'll be very busy. And then I have a plane to take right after the convention's over, so I probably won't have time to duel anybody, unfortunately. But if I come back, if you ask me to come back, who knows? It'd be cool. Gentleman in with the black blue shirt, yes, who helped me up the stairs earlier.
What is that belt?
What is this belt? This is the Millennium Championship belt. This is the 8th Millennium item. Wear it over my shoulder? I walk around with it over my shoulder. I guess I could do that. Yeah. I'm the real champ. The champ is here. For those of you who don't know, Team 4-Star, the guy who does the voice of Nappa, Takahata11, he designed this and made it for me, which is a huge honor because he's made like 4 of these. The one he currently holds is the Internet Championship, which has like the Internet Explorer and the Twitter icon all down it. It's very cool. But I did actually issue a challenge to Dan Green once, not a real challenge or anything, just a joke. But I said, I can only put this title up for grabs once every millennium, and the one person I'd like to challenge would be Dan Green. So my feeling is that if he and I ever do meet, and I have the belt, I'd be very glad to give it to him. I thought that'd be cool. I'd sign it and give it to him as a gift, because I thought, my way of apologizing. I'm sorry, Mr. Green. Anybody have any questions toward the back? Yes, gentleman with the glasses, yes. Can I do the Frieza voice? A line. From the last episode.
So, any final words, filthy monkey? Besides gurgle gurgle.
He actually has a line that I can spoil it for you guys because we're all friends here. I don't want to give too much away, and you guys can't tell anybody. But essentially, Frieza challenges Goku to keep fighting him at some point, and Goku's turning him down initially, but then Frieza offers to get him pizza with stuffed crust. But towards that happens at the beginning of their next fight, and then when the planet's exploding and Goku tries to fly away, and Frieza tries to hit him with the disc, the thing that he throws at him, he says, "Don't forget your pizza!" And Goku turns around and goes, "That wasn't a pizza at all!" Which I'm looking forward to doing that. Woo. Yes, on the right there. I will sign anything at the booth in the dealer's area, no problem. I won't charge anything, and I have all kinds of Sharpies, but unfortunately I can't really sign anything right now, otherwise it wouldn't be fair to everybody else. Anybody have a question? Yes, Bandit Keith.
Hi. When you saw the 10th anniversary movie, did you notice that a lot of comedy in it was kind of your brand of comedy?
People in America, people actually do suggest that a lot about certain, the dub of Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a video that got posted, in 2009, I think it was, where it was a bunch of footage from GX, the dub of GX with Chaz saying much things, and they said, is Little Kuriboh writing for GX? Because it seemed very fourth wall breaking humor. He kept referring to the card game, he said, the only thing important in life is playing a card game. And it was it's like Little Kuriboh, he says that sort of thing. But my take on that is that 4Kids kind of always did that sort of humor. If you watch very early episodes of Pokemon, Team Rocket were always breaking the fourth wall. They were always like, I am a flaming Moltres! That sort of thing. They would make those kind of jokes long before I did. So I feel like, people are giving me too much credit when they say, 4Kids are copying you. I'm like, nah, I'm copying everybody else. I'm copying them more than anything. But yeah, I didn't. Pegasus was hilarious in the actual dub of Bonds Beyond Time. I thought that was one of the most intimidating things about writing the Bonds Beyond Time abridged movie was that when it came to Pegasus, I had to beat that. And I don't think I did really. I liked the Face Up, Face Down song. I thought that was fun. But in the actual movie where the building's falling on him and he says, "It's my worst nightmare, I'm being upstaged." That's hilarious to me. I genuinely laughed at that, and you know, that's cool. I love the double Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, anybody?